Hello, good morning. My name is Montserrat Jimenez Espinosa, and today I'm going to explain to you my long-term plan. I'm very glad to explain it because I've been working really hard, and now I will say to you the sections of it. First of all, you have the introduction, justification, context, and laws, okay? Second, objectives. 3. Key competencies. 4. Contents. 5. Cross-cutting. 6. Methodology. 7. Classroom management. 8. Evaluation. 9. Group and attention to diversity. 10. Cross-curricular. 11. Bibliography. And 12. Lessons. In this sense, I have followed strictly the announcement for it, and as I will start with the definition of what I think a long-term plan is. I have designed the activities and the tasks that I will be carrying out during a course year with a specific group class. It is important to plan it in advance because then we will be able to make the changes, modifications necessary from our students' interest and in order to follow the rhythm and pace. Moreover, my group class is aged 7 and 8, and this means they are in year 2. They are a group of 25 children, and they are very active, very lively, engaged, and participative, and talkative as well. My school is located in a southern area in a town called Aranjuez, and its characteristics, the characteristics of my families are that they are low and middle income, and in our school we have a higher rate of foreign people than in other schools. We are up to more or less 18%. Apart from that, our families, as they come from different countries, we want to gain this rich variety and make it a positive value, and that is why we put our effort on the parental involvement, working together with the AMP. Regarding other aspects of our school, we follow specifically the school educative project, the annual general program, the in-rules procedure, that's Reglamento de Régimen Interno, and regarding the compulsory plans, we have got the tutorial action plan, coexistence plan, attention to diversity plan, and of course the reading plan in order to promote the reading habits of our students in primary stage. We, as a school, have also planned some other projects, and in our case, we have decided and chosen the Alas Mente for gifted and high-capacity students, the ICT's plan to promote the critical decisions and the right use of the technologies, the Healthy Habits plan, and the Gender Equality plan or project that is in coordination with the City Council, and afterwards you will see how I put it in practice. Concerning the laws, I have of course had in consideration and I have followed specifically all what is said in LOE and in LOMCE, that are national laws. Considering the regional ones, I have had in consideration Decree 89/2014, Royal Decree 126/2014, which established the core curriculum for the primary stage, some methodological guidelines, as well as the skills to be developed and the key competencies. Order 5958/2010 guide the bilingual schools in Comunidad de Madrid. Of course, my school is a state bilingual school, and in this sense, this law is applied on my long-term plan. Moving on to the section number 3, key competences are 7, and in my English subject, I will be dealing with all of them, more focused on the linguistic one, but the rest, like maths, science, entrepreneurship, social and civic relations, are also important abilities that my students need to master by the end of year 2 and the primary stage. In section number 4, we have the contents that I have established also considering the Decree 89/2014, and in this sense, you can see in page 13 in a chart the contents related to the learning standards and the assessment criteria, all class divided in the 4 skills, the 4 blocks that Comunidad of Madrid establishes following the Council of Europe. These are speaking, listening, speaking, reading, and writing, okay? And in there, you will see how I specify them for my year 2. The cross-cutting contents that I have considered are the ones that I feel they are more interesting for my practice and my English language teaching. In this sense, I had in consideration the non-discrimination to people with disabilities and respect the diversity, gender equality and avoid sexist stereotypes, and healthy habits and environmental protection. I apply them during my lesson plans and my long-term plan. What can I say about methodology? I have divided this section in 2 parts: official methodology and personal methodology. The official is the one that has the methodological guidelines provided by the laws. But I want you to think of a child. Imagine a child getting bored in our classes in any school. A child that needs to speak all the time and share their interests and anything to their classmates. And students that need to move all the time around. This is a common aspect of our students, and in this sense, we need to have this in mind and to make them get involved, be autonomous, motivated, and working on their best abilities and promote their English skills. I have thought and I have created a character called Matilda, who is a backpacker, a very enthusiastic. She is wise, she's respectful, she's open-minded, she loves traveling to learn English, and through her we will receive some linguistic input. This means that we will be receiving postcards, letters, visuals, storybooks, audiovisuals, and all the materials, all the manipulative materials as models of English language through herself. And all the time with this as a mini project that is in every lesson, in every session, and she will be guiding us to travel to different English-speaking countries. They will have to guess, all right? So, apart from that, this methodological practice is embraced by different theoretical approaches. I have to mention First of all, the CLIL method, that's content and language integrated learning, because I will be working language as well as content, and the contents will be, of course, science with geography and natural science, some maths aspects, ICTs, arts and crafts, etc. Moreover, global approach is necessary because I am not focusing all the time in my subject, but as a global process learning in which I don't split in every session the boxes of knowledge we are acquiring. Meaningful context by Oswell regards how we need to establish a bridge between the formal and academic school knowledge acquired to the more practical and useful knowledge that we need in our daily routines. And I need my students to be resolutive and to be thankful all the time and be respectful and in their lives. Moreover, I need to say that multiple intelligences by Garner is also important because every child is different and I need them to be in contact with different kind of materials and learning experiences in order to promote their specific capacities and abilities and following their specific rhythm and pace as much as I can. Project base is also included in my lesson plans because my mini project called Matilda Around the World goes through all my lesson plans with a final task that is completing a passport that will have to be performed by the end of every lesson. Montessori is also a method I have had in mind when designing my long-term plan because Montessori established some features such as autonomy, self-correction, and confidence to my students. I need my students to be aware of what they are learning and to be to have self-esteem because I need my students to feel in a nice environment so that they can give their best. Well, silent period, a concept established by Krashen, will be also respected, and the treatment of errors will be just to make sure that through the evaluation they will be aware of what they are reaching and what they are still lacking to know. Section number 7 is classroom management, and in here I can say that my activities have been include individual, pair, and group activities with cooperative activities. In this sense, my class is arranged in group of chairs and tables, and at some point we will do 2 assemblies in every lesson, and in this occasion we will try to make as less noise as possible to be sitting down in a circle. And my tenets about evaluation are, first of all, that learning standards and assessment criteria are specifically designed in chart in the page 13, as you can see, and in there you will see how my students have to master every level of the basic skill in order to pass year 2. Marking criteria are written in page 32, and there you can see the percentages that I established for the work, for their attitude, and for the final tests, more or less. When we work with our students, I don't need them to be all the time looking at an external element, that's the teacher, to say to them that they need to be more focused, more concentrated, that they need to be working harder, and they need a final mark to feel right or not. I want my students to give the strategies and the tools to feel secure and self-esteem and be aware of the learning process. So regarding this, I had in consideration the initial part of the evaluation, the more formative and continuous part or stage, and the final stage. In this sense, in the initial, I have designed some techniques and strategies such as KWL and some other more TPR activities moving around to give me the prior knowledge, to let me see what they already know about the topic we are working in the lesson plan. Moving on to the more formative one, I have designed the passport, that is a tool where they can write down some aspects of the country we are visiting in every lesson plan, and I expect also that they write down some vocabulary, linguistic exponents of the lesson plan, together with some interesting aspects they have learned at home or during the assemblies. With the passport, they will see how they develop their knowledge, and the portfolio will be their backpack of travelers, and in there they will put all the products and the performances they have done, and it is very challenging and very satisfying to see how you are acquiring what is expected in this lesson. Moreover, I have some rubrics to bear this in mind, and I have some self-assessment sheet for them to complete in the lesson plan, and the co-evaluation as well, to evaluate your classmates' presentation, acting out or role play, and of course, teacher assessment is so necessary, because we need to revise our teaching practice every day and try to be able what is the most outstanding and positive aspects of it, and what can be modified and be avoided for the next lesson plan, because with this specific group class didn't function. Section number 9, it's about group class and attention to diversity. My group class is composed by 15 girls and 10 boys. There are 5 fast finishers, 6 slow finishers, and the rest are in the middle, and it works more or less quite easily. Regarding my 2 special educational needs students, first is a boy aged 9. He's retaking this second year because he's not constant. He suffers of absenteeism and he lacks the support of his family. That's why we are working together with the social work and the special educational needs team. He only needs methodological guidelines, and I try him to be inclusive, especially in group activities, and I respect him the silent period of no production. The girl is diagnosed of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. She has the support of her family, and they are together working with the special educational needs team in habits. She is very nice, and she is well working specifically with ICTs and class block Aula Virtual. She loves this, and I want her all the time to be engaged in that and in group class. Cross-curricular contents are to be working together with different subjects, and the bibliography I had in consideration Jeremy Harmer, Daniel Maries, Cleel, Bristol Ellis, Carol Reed, and Montessori. So thank you very much. If you have any question, now I will continue with my lesson plan.